Hey guys, it's Gecko Halloween Freak, and I'm kind of going through and making videos of things that I don't really have good videos of yet. Um, so this is this is the 2007 to 2008 Spirit Halloween exclusive Gemmy, Donna the Dead. So I know that she was sold in store at Spirit in 2007. I'm not sure if she was in store 2008, but there's plenty of videos and pictures of her 2007 in that kind of front of the store fright zone, I think it was called, theme, with Jason and all that. So I'll throw up a couple of pictures. Kind of cool to see. So she is pretty far from perfect. I bought her on OfferUp years ago. Years and years ago, I bought her on OfferUp for a really good price. And she was shown to be fully functional in the listing. And when I got her, her eyes didn't light up and she didn't make any sound. So that is still the condition that she's in today. But let's just take a look real quick at some of the details. So she's got this really hard, kind of cheap plastic head. I'm not sure what the retail on these Donnas were, or this, this Spirit Halloween exclusive one. This one's maybe a little bit more than the regular Donna, because it's got, that vibrating head and the knife. But this is probably kind of a more budget-aimed Gemmy prop. So that plastic head, got green eyes, not very much detail in the face, pretty dull there. And then the hair, I'm not sure if this is missing any hair, but it's pretty sparse. I mean, it's glued just up top there. And kind of looks like she's got some bald spots in the back, but like I said, this is probably a little bit more of a budget prop for Gemmy at the time, so you can see a little bit of that cost cutting and, not very much detail in the outfit, just this black dress with that little collar and the knife here. Pretty cool looking knife with that bright red blood splatter and kind of a cool, decently detailed hand too. It doesn't really show up well on camera. It's also pretty dusty, but you can see veins in there. You can see the detail on the skin. It's a pretty nice hand sculpt. And then it goes all the way up. Really small hands for a small lady. I think she's 5 foot. And then got the other hand here, holding on to this kind of burlap string material, and then the wire from the head goes up into that hole in her hand, and that's how that head gets power to light up and vibrate. And I really love the look of this head. This is such a cool, I think this prop in general is so cool, but I love the sculpt on this head, and look at that blood detail there, and the white eyes. So the bottom is actually just, you can see it's just stuffed with foam. It's open on the bottom. Another kind of cost-cutting thing. But the orange hair, super cool detail. And then she's got feet down here too. Sorry, this base is really dirty. It's been sitting down in this basement for years. But nice detail on the feet. So I plugged her in, and I couldn't get her to go off with the sensor. But I plugged in a step pad here, and that seems to have solved the issue. But so I guess the sensor is not functioning also, but I'll show you what she does. If I can get this to go. I might need to move it onto the concrete here. There we go. So yeah, you can see that head vibrate, and like I said, her eyes don't light up. She doesn't make any sound. Also, like a lot of these Gemmy life sizes, she's got a plastic shell that starts up here, and it's cracked along the side here. So there's a crack right here. So that kind of messes with the structural integrity. I could probably throw some duct tape on there and it would, you know, hold it all right. But so yeah, that's what she does. I'm not quite sure how one would go about diagnosing or fixing the issues. Seems to be maybe some sort of wiring or board issue, and that's the type of thing that I am not too savvy with. I can replace split gears and stuff like that, but wiring and board stuff, I'm not too useful. So I'll activate her one more time for you. So yeah, really kind of a cool prop. Definitely my favorite variant of Dawn of the Dead. The Michaels one is a close second with the pumpkin. That one is pretty cool, but I mean, you can't beat this one with the severed head and the bloody knife. It's just so cool. So yeah, that's all I really have to say and show about her today. I'd like to say that I'll get around to fixing her at some point, but the reality is I probably won't. I'd like to see her fully functional, though. I think this is a really cool prop. But yeah, that's all I've got. So thanks for watching.